Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Emily and I post a ton of bookish content on here for you guys. And if you are not new here, hello, welcome back and happy to have you. I think this might be the hardest video I ever make. That's not true, but definitely one of the hardest videos I'm ever gonna make because I am coming back with another reread, rewrite, or burn. And basically what that means is I have 3 rounds here of books. So I have 9 books total where I'm gonna be choosing them randomly out of a bag, specifically this beautiful Schrute Farms tote. And I'm going to be picking 3 at a time to decide whether I want to, not literally, burn it, rewrite it, or reread it. And here's the twist. Here's the twist this time. I'm doing it with all of my 5-star books. So I'm not going to want to burn any of them, but I have to choose. This is going to be one of the hardest videos I ever do in that sense. So before we get started, I'm going to share with you guys all 9 books that I have rated 5 stars this year so far. This is all 9. It worked out really well actually that so far there have only been 9 out of 33 books that I've read that I have given a 5-star. I will say I've given a lot of books 3.5s or 4s or 4.5s, but these are like top tier books and I have to choose which ones I would reread, rewrite, and burn. I'm not gonna have fun with this, but I figured it'd be entertaining for you guys. So there is one book that I don't have on me. I actually read it digitally on my Kindle. So that book that I rated 5 stars is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. Love this book, such a good thriller. So that one I'm not gonna be showing physically, but it's right here. And then the other books that I have are all here for you. So if you wanna see, this is all of them. We have Beach Read by Emily Henry, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake, Set on You by Amy Lee, Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, No Exit by Taylor Adams, and lastly we have yet again another Colleen Hoover, Ugly Love. So those are all 9 of my 5-star reads so far this year, and I'm happy I was able to share it with you guys as well as entertain you with this next part. Let's start round 1. Okay, let's choose our first 3. God, they're like sticking together. 1, note to self, don't use sticky tabs. 2, that was, okay, 3, we're good. So one thing I will say is I really hope I don't get like all 3 Colleen Hoovers at once. That would be kind of funny. Okay, I did. So we have Reminders of Him, No Exit, and Set on You. Oh my god. I did not think this through. Like I'm literally, I want to cry just thinking about which one I'm gonna burn. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reread Reminders of Him because that book made me feel all types of ways. I remember posting a story bawling my eyes out, and I just know that that one doesn't need to be rewritten and there's no way I could burn it. I mean, there's no way I could burn any of these, but that one is for sure the reread. The rewrite, I guess we're gonna go with Set on You because I think that it was really, really well done, but this was the author's debut book. So there's literally nothing wrong that I would actually rewrite. I'm just choosing it because it was excellent. I adored the premise and the moral of the story, but because it was her first, I feel like maybe it could have been just rewritten a little better. I don't know. But that being said, that means that I'm burning No Exit, which is really sad, and I feel like the only reason, this is so hard, because I would not burn it, like, at all. But I think that the book is now tainted after watching the movie for me. If you've been there, if you know, you know. But the book itself is excellent, and I would recommend it to literally anyone who likes a suspenseful thriller that takes place in literally one night. So everything happened so fast in that book. I loved it, but out of the 3, it has to be the one I would burn. All right, round 2. This is really, really hard. This round we have The Perfect Marriage, Ugly Love, and Beach Read. That's a good one. Oh my god. Okay, we are going to be rereading The Perfect Marriage. That is such a good book. I think it helps that I'm obsessed with Geneva Rose and I literally want to read all of her books until the end of time, but that book shook me to my core, and I don't think it's a book I'm going to be forgetting about anytime soon, so I would love to reread that as soon as possible. So yeah, The Perfect Marriage, reread. Rewrite, I'm gonna have to go with, it's so hard. Okay, so Beach Read, I just read it really recently and I really loved it, but I listened to it on audiobook and I just feel like it doesn't need to be written. It's perfect exactly how it is, but I liked Ugly Love a little bit more. So I'm gonna rewrite Ugly Love, I think. And there's definitely some questionable things in that book. If you know, you know, like there's a weird step-sibling relationship that I'm like a little uncomfortable with, but the book itself was like so entertaining, so smutty, and I love that. But Beach Read was just perfect the way it was. It just wasn't as good to me. Please don't come for me. But Ugly Love will be rewritten. I'm gonna burn Beach Read, which makes me very sad, but that's the choice. That's the choice we've made, and we're sticking to it. That leaves us with our last 3 books, which is Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Daisy Jones and the Six, and It Ends With Us. I mean, I already know the reread. The reread is 120 million% Delilah Green Doesn't Care. It's one of my all-time favorite books, like top 3. So, reread. Love that book. Wouldn't change a single thing. And if you have not read it, please go read it. Such a good sapphic romance, and if you're into that, it's top tier. So that one is my reread. As for the other 2, they're so different from each other, so it's really hard to say. I think I'm gonna put a spin on this and say rewrite Daisy Jones and the Six. Even though, like I said, all of these books are written exactly how they should be written and they're perfect, but that book made me feel some things. It was my last read, actually. Maybe that's why, because it's so fresh in my brain. But I would rewrite Daisy Jones and the Six. It has a lot of very beautiful lessons in that book, and it talks a lot about like certain trigger warnings such as drug abuse, alcohol abuse, addiction, love, drugs, rock and roll, you know, all these things. Whereas I feel like It Ends With Us was a romance, which is great. It had a really great storyline, and it also kind of focused in on emotional and physical abuse within like domestic relationships and stuff like that. So both of them have really important morals to their stories, but I just feel like Daisy Jones had more, which means we're burning It Ends With Us, which sounds horrible. All of these sound horrible. Burning any of these sounds terrible to me in my head, so that was really hard for me. Now I'm an emotional wreck. And thankfully, like I said, I can just put these all back on my shelf and not actually burn them. So these are my 5-star reads for 2022, in case any of you guys were interested. While that was fun, I will say every single answer I gave was like a total lie, because I would not rewrite or burn any of these. I would reread all of them. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the pain I went through having to choose. But if you guys like videos like these, be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up so I can do more, and give me comments down below of any recommendations you might have, whether it be for videos or even just book recommendations, because I'm always on the lookout for more books that I want to read. And yeah, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!